It's Theater Week here on ABC7 at 7, and one production is getting revived after the pandemic forced it to postpone. So it is finally time to see Stephen Sondheim's Tony Award-winning musical comedy, Company. The star of the show, Justin Kerekes. Justin, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What a long journey that you and this show has been on. So you get to play Bobby, Bobby baby, Bobby booby, Bobby love.
You already know.
I do. I do.
That's probably the one thing that people who have seen the show a long time ago maybe remember is how many times they get to hear the word Bobby sung.
1,000,003. For people who don't know, this is it's a comedy, but also there's a lot of hard truths in it. And Bobby is the center of the universe of the show. He is about to have his birthday. He's kind of looking at all of his friends, and he realizes, oh, I'm the single one. And what does that mean?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the show does center on this character Bobby and his visits with his many friends who are all couples. They're all at various stages of their own relationships, about to get married, have been married for a while, multiple divorces and third marriage, right? And Bobby's grappling with this, middle-aged but yet still coming of age dilemma. Why am I still by myself on his 35th birthday, right? But you're right, it's wrapped up in a musical comedy. So, we get a pretty great message, but also have a lot of fun while doing it.
So I see you have next to you something from the most current company that played on Broadway. And what was interesting about that version of it, and I saw it, was that Katrina Lenk played Bobby. So they did a gender switch. Bobby has traditionally always been a male character. And for the Broadway version and the London version, they decided to try it out with a woman at the center of it. Obviously, I assume you're male identified, so you're playing Bobby again as a man in the show. So what do you think, kind of the gender swap meant to all this? Like, have you thought of that as you're now playing this role?
It's really interesting. There are a lot of changes that come with gender swapping. Stephen Sondheim wrote the lyrics and the music for the show, and if you've ever seen a Sondheim musical before, you know that there can be a lot of layers of depth to the words behind what he writes. And a lot of those words take on just a completely different meaning when you have somebody who identifies male versus identifies female playing the character of Bobby in the center.
Yeah, this is a show that I've been kind of following ever since college, and it really took me, I always loved the music to it because it has songs like Ladies Who Lunch and You Could Drive a Person Crazy and Not Getting Married Today. I mean, really like staples of musical theater, but I really didn't get it. I liked the music, but I didn't get the show until I got older. It really wasn't until—
A lot of people say that.
What did you say?
A lot of people say the exact same thing as you. I think I saw it, 20 years ago as well, and it didn't feel relevant.
Yep.
But the moment people hit adulthood, it suddenly feels incredibly relevant to anyone who watches it, because there's a story there for everyone in every one of those couples. Or maybe you identify with Bobby. Maybe you're the person who's grappling with commitment yourself, right?
Yeah, and the interesting part of it is because you can see yourself in both places, when you are not in a relationship and when you are. And when you're in a relationship, all you can sometimes think about is how jealous of you are of people who aren't in one. And when you aren't in one, all you can think about is how jealous you are of people who are. So that's kind of the crux of Company. We have to wrap it up, but the final song that you sing is Being Alive, which is a difficult song to sing emotionally and also just musically. So are you going to hit it?
Oh, we're going to hit it, for sure.
We'll be the judge of that. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Justin. And you can catch up. You can check out Justin and judge his Being Alive in Company September 24th to October 15th at the South Bay Musical Theater. Just head to southbaymt.com. Company really is one of those shows that if you love musical theater, you have to see. Have you seen it, Drew? I have not. Oh, Kamasi? Oh, we should go. Let's see it. We'll see Justin afterward.